All right, the great carb hack. So it's kind of ironic because I'm making a little bit of a pre-workout toast and jam, organic strawberry spread. So you'll hear my toaster going here. Carbohydrates. Sometimes the biggest demise in people's diets and the most misunderstood macronutrients. Carbohydrates are bad for you. They're the devil. They do all this stuff. Carbohydrates are extremely useful, especially as an athlete, someone who works out like myself, someone who works out like you. When people make the mistake is they don't understand how many carbs they actually eat. You got a bag of chips. Well, we'll talk about that in a second, bag of chips. But they don't understand how many carbs they eat. So a really simple way I manage my carbohydrates is 2 ways I eat carbs. I eat carbohydrates as a delivery system for my protein, i.e. a tortilla, rice, bread with whatever protein on it. Or I eat it in isolation. And when I eat it in isolation, it's before or immediately after a workout. It's utilized as a fueling source. So immediate recovery, immediate fueling. Within that, I love things that are standardized in size, like a tortilla, because I know exactly how many carbohydrates are in one tortilla. So if I need to up the carbohydrates, I have another tortilla. If I need to lower the carbohydrates, I maybe have half of a tortilla. Super easy standardization. If I'm doing more activity that day, I might have a tortilla and a half. If I'm doing less, I might have half a tortilla. Super simple. The second aspect of it, Mr. Bag of Chips, is that people often, when they eat carbs in isolation, or they think they're eating carbs, they're eating fat delivery systems. So like when you eat French fries, I wouldn't really call that a carbohydrate in the pure sense. It's more like a carbohydrate that has been baked in fat, and you're delivering the tastiness of fat through a carbohydrate medium. You're not eating the chips because, oh, you love so much the potato. Otherwise, you would just eat the potato. You're eating the chips because it's delivering salt and fats, the fries, I should say, or chips, salts and fats to you. So, when I eat my carbs in isolation, I want them to not be, carbs with being used as a fat delivery system. I want them as carbs. Not really cooked with much, not really horribly flavorful, but the protein, if I'm using it as a delivery system, or if I have protein on it, I'm eating it, it's going to add the flavor and all that other stuff. Why this makes life easy? Threefold. 1, standardized sizes. Piece of bread's a piece of bread. Number 2, because it's standardized, it's super easy to monitor. I can adjust it based on my daily needs. Number 3, it avoids the common pitfalls, which are I'm eating carbohydrates, but in reality, you're just eating salty fats delivered through a carbohydrate medium. So it's not like carbs are bad. I'm about to go eat some carbs right now before I go work out. Carbs are useful. Carbs are just misunderstood. And so my simple hack has helped me a ton, because now if I do splurge and indulge in French fries and whatnot, I don't think of them as a carbohydrate. I think of them as a fat and a delivery system for fat and tastiness. And if I'm going to enjoy my taste and flavor, I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to eat my French fries and enjoy it because I want the flavor. I want the taste. I too like French fries. But if I'm trying to build something throughout the week for a meal plan, I go, oh, if I add this or add that, next thing you know, those additional chips that you kind of labeled as carbohydrates might carry a lot more calories because of all the added fats to it. Fats aren't bad neither, by the way. But if you're trying to eat carbohydrates, and indirectly you're just eating a bunch of fat because you think you're eating carbohydrates, then we start to overeat our fats a lot, and caloric intake becomes really high. So, my little carb hack for you all.